know what? We still are here. So you know what? Let's just like restart. Hi, everybody. Good
Hi.
morning or good afternoon to you. And we're so thankful that you're here. We're bummed there were quite a few of you here and a bunch of you probably just dropped off
That's
because
okay.
there's no audio.
That's
but
okay.
hopefully
Yeah.
they'll be back.
They'll be back. Yeah. So thanks for being here, everybody. And yeah, we're gonna do gift ideas today. Let us know in the comments in the chat if where you're gardening from or where you're coming from today, what zone you're in, and if you're excited about the holidays, Christmas, Hanukkah, any of it, and why you're excited about it. It'd be fun. Oh, and Allison's getting back to y'all. Yeah. So
We were off camera apparently because you couldn't hear us, but we were just talking about the weather. It's absolutely pouring down rain here at the beach where we live, where we're temporarily living. So
yeah.
we wondered what kind of weather are you guys getting, where you live, and what's going on in your garden this week. We would love to hear from, or weekend, I guess, if there's anything going on.
Yeah.
So we'd love to hear from you.
Yeah. Are you doing any gardening?
Yeah.
Yeah, just let us know. Talk it up, chat it up.
I know. Let's hear from you guys. We also have a fun new. I might as well just take this off. We have a poll up. Let's see. So we're curious. We're talking again. We're talking all about gifts, just kind of getting ready for the holidays, and then what you might have missed at the beginning is we were discussing how excited we are for seed sowing already because. It's almost January and there's some things that we can get started. So we'll be talking about that on an upcoming live.
Yes. Maybe
soon.
Maybe in 1 or 2 weeks.
Yeah, a couple weeks, I believe.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Yeah.
So somebody's asking, or BK's asking, what did everybody else do to hear you?
Oh. Well, we know what we did. We unplugged our mics.
They can hear us now.
Okay, good.
Okay. So, you guys, tell us what's new. Mark said the poll's not loading. Oh, no.
Oh, that's
okay.
Well, can we start it over? Can we delete it and poll and then start a new poll?
Sure. So if you go ahead and
okay. So hey guys, if you got any gardening questions today, just pop them in the chat. We'd love to talk with you about them and just have you share with us and everybody else here. Just a lot of fun to always share what's going on in the gardening, any questions you might have, or just challenges that are going on. We love hearing about new projects. So yeah, if you got any new projects going on or you're thinking about stuff for the new year, love to hear about it. So yeah, let us know in the comments or in the chat. Yeah, and Allison's getting a new poll up here. We're gonna talk to you about different garden gifts too. We've covered this before in the past, but it's we've got some new ones, and hope you guys are excited. Now, if you need to see, if you want to see what we're going to talk about, down in the description of this video, we've already got all the gifts listed, and there's links out to them if you want to take a look at them beforehand, and then see what we're talking about when we're talking about it. So we hope that's helpful for you. Oh, and it looks like the poll's up. Is that right?
Yes, the poll is up again. So fingers crossed.
Woohoo!
Who knows? But Sean and I were talking about, I guess it was before we went live here, and we were just saying, what is going on in everyone's garden? I mean, we just asked you a minute ago, but we were looking for some questions to ask you guys on YouTube, and we've kind of answered a lot of them because a lot of people aren't really gardening right now. It's fun to see the questions that come in, and you can tell that the viewer is from the Southern Hemisphere, though, because certain videos will pop up, and we're like, oh, they're looking for zinnia information right now, or they're looking for maybe false dracaenas
or cutting. Yeah, some people are still watching the videos and asking questions about gladiolus.
Oh, I know. I was just thinking glads when you said that, because that's one that's popping up a lot too. So it's it could be people just planning ahead and getting ready, because we all do that, right? We all plan ahead and think about what's coming up, but it's fun to think that there are a lot of gardeners going into summer right now.
Yes.
In the Southern Hemisphere. Yes. So that's fun to think.
In fact, I was looking at one of the weather apps on the phone, and in Australia, they're having heat waves.
Oh, wow. Already?
Yeah, they're already having heat warnings and heat waves and all sorts of stuff out there. So guys, be safe out there if you're watching this, and happy summer. Or almost summer. You're in your late spring.
Because of the tilt of the earth, they get such harsher summers than we do. Yeah. It's crazy there. Yeah, I would love to go, but yeah.
But
let's see, we've got Tracy from Lacey.
Tracy
here.
From Lacey. Hi, Tracy.
We didn't really say officially hi to Mark, Kevin,
hey, Mark.
BK.
Kevin.
Thank
Valerie.
you guys. Valerie.
BK. Yes.
BK said BK is not too far from us, and yeah, they're dealing with floods. I know, right?
Oh, be safe, BK.
The atmospheric rivers that have been going through here.
We've had a couple of those
this
last week.
We've had some weather.
Yeah.
I wonder if we'll get any snow around here this year. I'm wondering.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah.
So anyway, should we launch into gifts?
Let's launch into gifts.
And in the meantime, if you guys have any questions or if anything pops up in your mind, just let us know in the chat, or if you're watching the replay, pop it in the comments, because we'd love to hear from you. But we have kind of an assortment of things, and we're trying to bring as many props as we can so we can show you what we're talking about.
Where'd that go?
Yeah, we don't have everything here though, so that's okay.
Oh.
So Valerie, hi Valerie. Valerie's from Kent.
Hey, Valerie.
And I love that you put the USA, not the UK. That's awesome. Rain is going on there, but still spots of color. Oh, barberry and hellebores. Oh, cool. You got your, is it Christmas rose? Probably you've got blooming in your garden right now.
Yeah.
We love hellebores.
Yeah.
Mark, can you grow hellebores? I can't remember if we've talked about that. Do you have any hellebores in El Paso? You'll have to let us know.
Yeah.
Because they are, they might not be. El Paso's probably not cold enough for hellebores, maybe. I don't know. Interesting.
Well, it grows in zone 8B.
I know, right?
So El Paso and Washington, Tacoma are the same zone, supposedly. Oh, Mark, did we ask you yet, did your zone change with the new USDA update?
I can actually answer that. He said no last.
Oh,
it was last week
okay,
we were talking about that.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, ours did.
I know.
Both for our garden. Yeah, it's crazy.
I know for some of you in Washington, maybe, Valerie, I'm not sure if you were here last week, but our zone changed from 8B to 9A in the Tacoma kind of microclimate that we garden in. Here we're living in Ocean Shores, and then we travel into garden. So yeah, it's different.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
And Tracy just said something about our hellebores.
Tracy, well, we're kind of
Mark.
talking about the weather in the chat right now. So Tracy was saying that the floods in Everett look really bad. So really
hope everybody's safe
out there.
Safe.
I know.
Yeah.
BK mentioned BK is getting SmartPots. Yes.
Oh, good.
We love our SmartPots.
You'll love them, BK. They're great.
They're so fun. Most of my potted plants have not been repotted ever. When should I start that?
Oh,
good question.
Yeah.
Do you want to tackle that right now before we do this?
Yeah. So if you're gonna repot your plants, do it in the springtime. Just because usually everybody says, no, not everybody, but there's a lot of people that say, do your transplanting your perennials in the wintertime. It makes sense, or not winter, in the fall. And it makes sense to do it in the fall, especially if you're gonna plant them in the ground. If you're gonna do them in containers, I would say hold off. And that is because the containers above the ground, right? Those roots are exposed to cold air, especially in our climate up here in the Pacific Northwest. So in the wintertime, when it gets cold, those roots aren't insulated from those cold temperatures because they're up off the ground. And so when doing transplanting for pots, especially this time of year, I would wait until this spring, maybe mid to late spring. And the reason is because the ambient air temperature will be warmer in the springtime, and it won't, your plants are going to be under stress no matter what when you transplant them. And so with that cold temperature, if you transplanted them right now, they're going to be doubly exposed to because they're in a new environment. You're going to mess with the roots. More than likely, you're going to break them up and prune a little bit and then put them back in the new soil. They're going to be under stress. Then with that cold temperature, more stress, and you have more of the potential with higher stress for a lot more dieback or death of the plant. So if it was me, I would transplant if it was going to be this time of year, I would wait until spring. So hope that helps. Yeah.
Okay. I know I'm sad because I feel like we missed our window.
For the containers. Now, again, if you're going to transplant this time of year and you're going to transplant your perennials into the ground, still a great time to do it.
Oh, good.
Still a great time to do it.
Many.
If you're going to do ground, I would say, especially in the PNW, great time to do it.
Okay.
But in containers, I would wait because of the exposed root. What I just talked about for the exposed roots.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about so containers, SmartPots, a little bit different because of the material. What would you say about SmartPots?
For transplanting either now or later? Later.
Okay.
I would do it in the spring. I would, unless now this is for the plants that are going to be kept outside when they're transplanted. These are outdoor only containers of plants. Transplant in the spring. If you're going to transplant any plants that are in containers into bigger or newer containers and they're going to be inside, you're going to hold them over inside, or they're just indoor plants. Now's fine to do that. You can still do that. But if it's going to be outdoors, I would wait no matter what until this spring.
Okay.
So
yeah.
Yeah.
I hope that helps.
Yeah, I hope that helps. Yeah.
Let's back up a little bit. Okay, so Tracy has hellebores that have blooms starting. So again, probably the
Awesome.
Christmas rose.
Woo!
Those are beautiful.
Gorgeous.
We were asking Mark if he's ever grown hellebores in El Paso, Texas. 8A. He said he's 8A.
Oh, he's 8A. Okay.
I was thinking 8B.
Yeah, I thought you were 8B too, man. That's cool.
Yeah. He said his garden doesn't have a lot of shade, and they are shade lovers.
Yes. Okay.
So yeah, he's very careful around plants that need lots of shade.
Totally.
But he loves Pruners.
Okay.
BK, I think we've talked about this before. BK mentioned that they're in Oakville. Oakville. I can't talk today. And they're wondering if that's still 8B. And you know what? I don't know. Probably because you're a little further inland.
Yeah.
And you're not near the water. Like the area of Tacoma where our garden is that went from 8B to 9A, it's like this microclimate, and it just it's just been warming up. It doesn't really cool down like it does more inland. So look on the
I'm gonna look at it right now.
Yeah, we'll look it up for you, but there's that plant hardiness map. You can just enter your zip code and figure that out. Yeah, I'm curious too. Okay, Tracy's gonna cross her fingers. She repotted her red twig dogwood. Yay. We want to get one of those.
Okay.
She said it's her favorite plant. Those are gorgeous fall interest and other times of the year too.
Yeah. And
So
Tracy,
pretty.
Tracy, don't worry too much about it. From what I just said about transplanting this time of year for containers versus in the spring, it's just, that's what I would do to hedge my bets on our containers this time of year. If it was earlier in the spring, like even like 2 weeks or a month ago, I probably would have transplanted then because it's earlier in the spring. But we're so late in the spring, we're coming up on the beginning of winter, and that colder weather in our area is starting to really creep up. I mean, like today, I think even out here it's supposed to be like 44 degrees as a high. So it's just this time of year I would hedge my bets. If you can, maybe bring the yellow twig dogwood.
Red twig.
Cool, those are beautiful.
Oh, I can't.
Bring your red twig dogwood closer to overnight. Maybe if it's going to in a container, it's easy enough to move. Bring it closer to either a building or your house so it gets residual heat overnight, and so it's got that protection of that warmer air from that structure, especially during the colder times coming up here for us. But if it's an older plant and it's and you've had it for a while, chances are it's pretty hardy, so you should be okay. All bets are off usually this time of year anyway, especially the last couple of years, because we've been getting a lot of cold snaps and a lot of that Alaska weather, that Fraser River Valley, that's been coming down a lot in the last couple of years. So just be aware of that, but don't worry too much.
Okay. All right, so you're gonna look up that zoning, but
I'm
excited to get into it. We've got this box of props over here of like fun things we're gonna show you of gift ideas.
And we were gonna do the hand pruners in the sheath, but I don't know where the hand pruners went.
They're probably in Tacoma.
But no, they're here.
Oh,
they're just, I don't know if they're out there or they're in the garage. I had them. But in lieu of hand pruners, we've got a hori knife.
We should have added that. That's
which
actually...
will work just fine. And here's the sheath.
Okay.
So you got it?
I'm gonna hold it. So
Okay,
let's
there you
take
go.
that out because that's kind of dangerous. So this sheath is something you maybe haven't thought about, but this is really handy. And I mean, we got this summer from Proven Winners. They were so nice and gave us this, but we haven't even opened it or used it yet. So what you have here is a sheath to hold your pruners. You can see it's just a little pocket, and then there's a clip. So that's a really handy way to just, I mean, Sean and I both wear Carhartts in the garden usually, so they have pockets everywhere. But this is a really cool option, and it's safe because it just, it keeps everything together. So what he was saying is, use the hori knife to show how that would just stick in there, and then you just clip it wherever you need to.
I know, that's fun.
Pretty fun.
It's a great little thing to have. They're not that expensive. There's a link down below in the description for this. Ours specifically says Proven Winners on it, but the link down below, that's from Corona specifically. The pruners and the sheath come as a set. So that's all set up. I think that one's on Amazon. So just, if you want, go check it out. It's really nice to have. And especially if you wear Carhartts like us and they've got all the pockets on them, sometimes you put you can put your hori knife in your pocket, in the side pocket of each leg, or the pruners. They can dig into your leg a little bit.
That's true.
So having this sheath really helps out with not having anything dig into your leg, and it opens those pockets up. If you have one of these sheaths, it opens the pockets up on the side for you to carry other things. So it's a nice little present there. What you got there?
They would like you to know that you should not microwave this. So that's
funny. I was just thinking I wanted to go microwave it.
That's really interesting.
Because what if you want to loosen up the leather a little bit?
Well,
I mean, maybe you want to nuke it.
That's very possible. So our first gift for you, as a gift idea from yourself or to gift to somebody else, is this Corona sheath with the pruners in it, and it comes as a gift set in the link that we have in our description. If that was anything that you were interested in.
Yeah, that's really fun. Yeah.
What's next?
Before we get into the next, so I looked up Oakville. This is for BK.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
BK, your zone on the USDA hardiness zones, it says here for your zip code 98568 is zone 8A. So I don't know if you told us what your zone was already.
BK thought it might be 8B.
So it says on here 8A.
But I mean, it could depend on the zip code, right? Maybe there's a...
Yeah, if there's a slight difference. You know what? Would you mind putting that into the, if anybody wants to check, they can put that. So Allison's going to type in the URL to basically go to the USDA hardiness zone map and punch in your zip code, if you haven't done that yet, to check and see if it's changed or what it is. So she's putting that into the chat there. So yeah, that was fun. That was fun to check that out. So I don't know. I don't have the list in front of me, but I've got all this stuff in front of me. So this is fun. Oh, I didn't bring the power drill. Should I go get it?
No.
Why not? It's my.
Okay.
Oh.
Let's just keep moving.
Okay. I'll get to get my power drill. Okay. No toys today. All business. Okay. So next up, since I have it in my hot little hands here, let's talk about bulb augers. Bulb augers. A lot of people think, they're just used for bulbs. You don't have to use them just for bulbs, depending on the size of them. What we have here is a 3-inch wide by 8-inch long. It's either 8 or 7 inches in length bulb auger, and so that's what it is right there. This is the part you put into the drill, power drill, cordless or cord, and you can use this at a high either at a high drill rate or a low drill rate. It helps you get into the ground, right? To make holes for bulbs. Well, actually, you can use this to plant regular plants, especially if they're more shallow rooted than deep rooted, because you just take this, you can use this to plant your regular plants by just putting it in the ground and then just kind of like almost stirring it. It'll make, like, if you're stirring in a bowl, if you're cooking and you're stirring in a bowl, you can use this in that fashion to break up a larger area, just not down, and make a hole that way. You can build a bigger hole with this, and this makes planting a lot easier. And if you don't like using a shovel, this is amazing. This works really well. So even in really rocky soil, you can see it used to be completely black. It was powder coated, and we've used it so much we've stripped off the powder coating because we've hit so many rocks over the last couple of years. So this is a great little tool, especially if you like using power tools, like I do, and having an excuse to use power tools. This is really fun. Now, this is by Power Planter, and the link's down below for this if you want to go check it out. So this is a neat little tool to have, and I would say get one.
I know, we love it.
So,
and did you mention that they come in really long lengths? Like Garden Answer has partnered with Power Planter, and she has her own really long. She can just stand up, and you've probably seen her do this on her videos. A lot of people do this. Yeah. But you can make planting holes while just standing up, so it saves your back. And if you have any kind of nerve injuries or anything, that would be an easier way to kind of get the work done. Yeah, you don't have to stoop over. You don't have to use your back. You just take the really long ones that are like 2 or 3 feet long, and you can just stand up and zip holes all day long. Now, this is how this comes. The power planter's right inside there. The auger's inside there, and this is how it comes in this box. So, and then again, so I didn't mention this. I don't know if you saw in here. This is made in the USA, so that's even better. So, we need to support our U.S. companies. So there you go. So I'm gonna put that down here. Okay.
What's next on our list?
Eden Brothers.
Eden
Which
Brothers.
I don't know if we have any like actual seeds, but
I didn't. I can go get them.
no, that's okay.
Okay.
We don't need to. Okay, so our next gift on our list is something we don't have a visual of, but you can just picture an amazing seed collection.
Link down below.
It's actually all perennials, which you have to check your zoning, of course, with the actual seeds that would be perennial in that area.
Yes. Do your due diligence.
Do your due diligence,
Yes.
but they have a great collection. So what we're talking about is Eden Brothers, which a lot of you know that we work with Eden Brothers, and we do a lot of bulb videos, like how-tos and stuff for them. And it's been such an awesome learning opportunity for us to be able to do that. So we always want to support them because they're just a great company to work with.
Yeah.
They've been awesome.
Yeah, and they have great products.
Really
Their
good
seeds,
products.
Their seeds are non-GMO. They source them from, I think, just from a great source because we planted their seeds over the last couple of years. They come up, their germination rates are great. We barely have any trouble with bad seed, and they package them. The packages are fun because they have all the information on either the front or the back of what you need to know how to plant them and a little bit even to take care of them.
Yeah,
So,
they have QR codes too, I think, on most of their packs, I
yeah,
think.
I think so. Yeah. So yeah, and it just makes it fun. So yeah, go check them out. The link's down below for the perennial seed collection if you want to check that out. Or they sell bulbs too, and they have great bulbs.
That's how we
They're-
found
oh
their
my gosh.
company, you guys. Have you ever grown bulbs from Eden Brothers? Because they have amazing stuff. Like,
And really good quality, good
Yeah, really good
sized
stuff.
ones too. Really good sized bulbs. So yeah.
That was the next gift on our list, just as an idea for somebody. People always like getting seeds, right? Because it just feels like it's just the possibility of what, just being able to grow all these beautiful flowers. It's just a fun gift.
Yeah, and you get to nurture something from the very beginning of its life and grow it up, whether it's a flower, a vegetable, if it's a perennial, then you grow it from its very beginning to a larger plant. And, for years to come, that's fun. I mean, I enjoy that.
I know.
So
I'm excited.
yeah. So check out the link down below. If you can't check out the link right now, it's EdenBrothers, all one word.com. So,
And I'm actually putting our coupon
Yes.
code in the
I was just
chat.
gonna say.
Basically, and they are, Valerie totally agrees. Seeds are so satisfying. We work with a couple different companies and are able to offer you some coupon codes.
Yes.
So we have one with SmartPots.
Yes.
That is in the chat already. Just basically both. And then, sorry, I didn't finish my sentence. We also work with Eden Brothers. And for either company, when you if you're going to buy some products from them anyway, just enter Spoken Garden, all one word, at checkout. And you'll save varying amounts. With Eden Brothers, we have a 15% off coupon off your whole order. I mean, you can order whatever you want. And then on SmartPots, it's 10%.
Yep. And Eden Brothers too, if you go there, they run different deals all the time. And if you sign up for their email, you might get also 20% off coupons
They
or
have
code.
all kinds of deals.
So they're always running deals, and it makes it a lot of fun. So go check them out. I think Valerie put in the.
Okay.
So Valerie, you just said seeds are so satisfying.
I just said that. Yeah.
Oh, and then BK, I bought saffron crocus bulbs from Eden's after watching your video. Yay,
Nice.
cool.
Those are so beautiful.
Yeah. Now, BK, did you already plant them, or are you waiting to plant them until the spring, or? So, just wanted to ask.
That's true, because
whether you planted them already or you haven't, you're just going to plant them this coming year. Totally cool.
I know those are beautiful bulbs.
So
okay, let's see what's next on our list. I've got on this other screen.
Okay.
Oh, gloves.
The gloves. So
Bamboo gloves.
So bamboo gloves. We have something very similar to them, but we don't have exactly the bamboo gloves. But they literally look like this, except they're green. And so we've had them in the past. They're awesome. They're durable.
So awesome.
I beat the heck out of gloves. I'm hard on gloves. Allison will tell you.
Yeah, very
so
hard.
I mean, during the growing season, I usually need a new pair of gloves about every 3 to 4 weeks. Not even kidding.
Yeah.
So, but they look just like this, except they're green. They're from bamboo. They're partially made from bamboo, and so it makes it a really fun renewable resource type of glove, and plus you're helping out with anybody that wants to throw away the bamboo. They recycle it and they make it into gloves.
They're really comfortable. Yeah. Bellingham Bamboo Glove Company.
Yep, and the link's down below.
So that's kind of fun. So
Yeah.
gloves, even if it's not those, people can always use a new set of gloves. Sometimes Costco has like a 3-pack or a 6-pack even. Those are fun to pick up and just have.
Oh yeah.
Because
Yeah.
sometimes, I don't know about you guys, but I always lose one glove.
Mhm.
or it's like, I don't know how they get misplaced, but
Well,
it's
sometimes you
nice
leave
to
them
have
out.
some extras around.
Yeah, sometimes leave them out in the garden.
Sometimes yeah,
So
definitely.
sometimes you're working in the garden in the fall and you find them in the spring out in your garden when you get back out there.
Yeah.
So by then you've already got a new pair of gloves. So anyway, I like the leathers. I like the leather gloves. So these utility
need
gloves,
those.
I need these. I usually need leather gloves because I'm always getting into different things and just really rough with the gloves. So yeah, anyway. So yeah.
Okay, so
what's next on our
Mark,
list? Yeah, Mark.
let's see, a couple people are chiming in. So Mark said he can definitely vouch for Eden Brothers stuff. He said he usually, and this makes sense, he usually does bulbs and bare roots from them, and they've all been really good. And
awesome.
we totally agree with that.
Nice, Mark.
And Tracy mentioned, I'm always looking for small gloves. My hands are pretty small, and most of the time the gloves are too big. I can totally relate to that, Tracy. I have to, in fact, I really don't like the kind of gloves that have like just an open end, just elastic. I need like Velcro usually, or some kind of closure, because they'll just fall off.
And stuff can get into them, right? Stuff will get up in there if it's not closed off.
I know,
so.
and that's the only little thing about the Bellingham gloves. I love that they're bamboo because it's a sustainable resource, and that's awesome. But they have more of an elastic closure like this. But they're tighter, if I remember right. I liked that I was able to use those a whole season, which usually doesn't work for me.
And the Bellingham gloves are actually the company's from Bellingham, Washington. So we always like supporting local.
I know, we do.
Yeah.
Next is SmartPots. So this is something we don't have a visual of, but some of you have either seen the videos or you've heard of the brand SmartPots. What we wanted to help promote this year, because we have actually been using an 8-foot version of it, and it's been a lifesaver because we I don't know, it's like a portable raised bed, if you want to think of it that way. And the one that we thought that might be helpful for a lot of people is a 6-foot kind of like pop-up raised bed. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, we thought the 6-foot instead of the 8-foot or the 12-foot version, just because a lot of people have very finite space.
Yeah.
Might be in an apartment, might just have a patio, and that's all you got. So the smallest version of their raised bed would work great for a very small space type of garden. And it's up, I think it's up about a foot and a half.
Yeah, yes,
so
I believe.
I think about a foot and a half. So I mean, you've got some depth there for any kind of even smaller root vegetables if you wanted to get into that. But definitely for the flowers, the flower crops, or if you want to cycle through and start with pansies and then get into
I love pansies.
Later on in the spring the petunias and the lobelia and alyssum and whatever. They really are really versatile, and you can move them around really easy. Allison and I can just move that 8-foot bed around no problem.
I'm excited. I was actually thinking of this next season. Now we just set this up this past year, and we're trying it out in the garden in the dahlia area where we have all the SmartPots. So we had all these burpee vegetables that they sent us, and we hadn't planted them yet. So we're like, let's just throw them all in here. And we actually added a couple Oya watering pots, if you're familiar with those. We weren't sure how they would do. Everything grew like crazy good in that area. And we loved, I don't know, we grew a couple tomato plants that got way too big.
Oh, they got huge.
I mean, they were like, we should have only put one in kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like, it was like crazy.
It was one of those years where we're like, oh, that's a nice surprise. It got really, really big. It
took over.
The tomato plant probably got about 4 feet tall.
It was huge. Both of them did.
Yeah.
And
enormous.
4 feet wide.
Yeah.
But so basically what I was getting at is in that bed, we grew a lot of vegetables, and I really want to try growing, I want to have like a whole row of zinnias in there. Like, I think we packed that thing full of zinnias. I think that'd be really beautiful next to the dahlias.
Oh, yeah.
Would that be fun?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm excited.
Yeah. In the tall ones, and then on the ends, we could do the profusion.
Oh, I love the profusion
the more
series.
mounding types, those hybrids, that'd be fun.
Those spreaders that we grew at the old house. If you've seen any of our old videos, we had, Sean built all those beautiful raised beds in the front yard. And we had all our dahlias in there, and then we pulled them all out because we moved the next year. Yeah. So we only got to use that for one season, but those zinnias and dahlias together. Oh my gosh.
That's a great combination.
It was gorgeous.
Yeah.
So, okay, sorry, little trip down memory lane. So SmartPots raised bed, 6 foot. Again, we have a 10% off coupon if that helps. If you were thinking of buying any of that anyway, we would love to help you save some money because they're not cheap, but they're not super pricey.
Well, and they're so durable.
Like,
we've had our other SmartPots before that. We've had our 7-gallon with the handles. We've had those for at least 2 years now, and they're fine out in our they do fine out in our weather, in our winters. They're durable. So far we've been able to use them ever since we got them, each year, and they don't lose their structure. They still feel solid. They're not rotting anywhere. I mean, this is really good
solid.
stuff. So
Yeah.
you're getting your money's worth when you buy the SmartPot fabric pots.
And we didn't even really treat them that well. We just kind
No,
of
we didn't.
took all the dahlias out.
I forgot
This
about
was
that.
last year.
Yeah.
And then we just piled them over in the corner and kind of forgot about them, and we pulled them all out.
Snow got on top of them. They were in the wind and the rain.
We didn't even bring them inside.
Maybe
I mean,
some critters got in there.
There were
big,
giant spiders in
big
there.
spiders.
Terrifying
Wow.
spiders. We got those moved out safely.
Yeah.
Rehomed them. But then we cleaned them out and got them ready for this year. So we still have all of our dahlias actually growing in them in the same soil right now because they're not brown yet.
Mm-hmm.
They're all still green. So
Yep. Kind of waiting on the weather to give them that
crazy.
snap to shut them down so we can store them. So
okay, next on the list, we talked about the power planter auger already. That was one of our gifts as well, because that's just a fun.
Do you want to show it again?
Do you want to show it again?
Sure, you can show it again. I already talked about it. But...
a seed organizer we don't have out here.
No, I know.
Grab that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Allison's going to go grab the seed organizer because this is we thought this was a great idea. I think we've talked about this in years past, but not last year. And so, if you're like us, you like to get seeds, you like to grow things from seeds, especially plants and flowers or vegetables and flowers, and you got to keep them organized. If you don't keep them organized, then they're just this pile, this mass of just seed packets, and it always causes me a little anxiety if I got to go get this this pile, this mass of seed packets, and then thumb through, try and reorganize them and see what's what. Well, if you get one of these seed organizers, it's already done for you, and it's really fun. It's actually it's not sold as a seed organizer. It's sold as a photo, I think a photo storage container. Oh, we got it.
Got it. We've been talking about this for years, by the way, and it's just so handy. And I know a lot of gardeners and creators still talk about this to let their audiences know how helpful and useful this is.
This is really cool.
It
I'm
is.
just showing the dimensions. So I'm gonna put this up here really quick. Allison's got us really well organized. Everything's labeled, and I think it's even alphabetical.
It's because I was a teacher, and
So how this works is it's got this top. You just undo the top there, pop it open, and I'm gonna do this so Allison can. I'll hold it. I got.
This is fun for like Sean mentioned, this is mainly for organizing photos, but let's look at this. So basically it's just these little individual, I think there's 20 little boxes in each organizer, and they're just individual. So a lot of people have found that they're perfect size for seeds.
16.
So, there's 16. Oh, okay. We have 3 of these, and we still need more of them because we have more seeds, but yeah, these are all our Cosmos seeds. So, that's fun to look at. And in an upcoming episode here in a couple weeks, we're going to go through and look with you, maybe if you want, and you can bring your seeds and we'll go through some seed viability.
Yeah, we're actually going to open one of these up and look through our seed and just check and see when we got them. Is there a date when they were packed, and then based on that, when we open them and stuff, how many's left? Is it worth us putting the seed, sowing the seeds again, or do we need new seed?
I know, because we do have some old seeds in here.
Yeah.
But anyway, so the photo organizer is a gift idea.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of fun.
So
I'll
cool.
put that down here.
I got
Or you
it.
got it.
Yeah, I got
Okay.
it. Yeah.
Okay. And yeah, Valerie, it is cool. It's super, super helpful, especially if you're starting to really get into seed sowing, or you can use it for other stuff too. But
And they're really not that expensive.
they're not that expensive.
I mean, as a gift too. I mean, I think any of your OCD perfectionists out there, anybody that's a gardener that's a little OCD and a perfectionist, that would make a great gift for them, because then they can really get organized. So
They're about $20 to $23
oh yeah,
per organizer, so that's not bad. Okay, our last gift is our Dibbies.
Oh, the Dibbies.
We've launched a new thing this year. Some of you know, or some of you don't know, we actually have a seed tool that we've created and are getting the patent on still. So it's called the Little Dibby, and then we have its bigger brother called the Dibby XL.
So here's the little Dibby.
So
there's the little Dibby.
it's our little package.
It's right there. Here's the seed sowing end. And those are graduated and measured depth markings from shallowest to deepest. And then on the other side of it is the transplanting tool for the seedlings once they've grown up big enough, you can transplant them with the spatula shovel side. So this is how they come now. We package them now. We never used to do that before this year. So.
We've up to the game. We really needed to.
So, but now we have a double pack. So you can get a double pack too, if you want to. Same color. They have to be the same color, but you can get these on our Etsy page or on Amazon. But just putting that out there. And this is really fun. So if you want, I guess, well, here, let me do this. Here's the Dibby XL, which is the bigger version. Oops, sorry. So there's the bigger version of that. So if I can get that, there we go. So here's the little Dibby. Here's the Dibby XL. It's almost twice the size of the little Dibby. And it does the same exact thing, same depth marking measurements. It's just a lot bigger if you have trouble either grabbing onto or holding on to smaller things. This is a lot bigger. It's easier to maneuver. So anyway, so there's that. Then we've got a double pack in that too. Isn't that fun? We're really excited.
I know
about
we
it.
are.
We're
I'm sorry.
really
I'm putting it's total shameless plug.
But
I just put the link in the description.
We're super excited to have this as an offer out there because I mean we've seen a lot of people buy doubles, triples, and multiples of the same or different colors. We can offer them in the same color, and so it's just fun to be able to show you this and have this offer.
I know we're just excited about it. So our little Dibby, little Dibby's growing up.
I think the link is down below for our Etsy shop.
Yes, and I just put it in the chat as well.
And you can find, so you'll be able to find all the different versions and sizes of the Dibbies on our Etsy shop, on Amazon, and we have the listings on the very homepage down below on our homepage. You can click through on those, and those will take you to the Etsy shop. So whether you're an Etsy person or Amazon person, you can find all of these on there, on both.
And that's it, you guys. That's our gift list. We are kind of covering some of these again in our upcoming garden news video that's going to probably come out tomorrow.
Yes.
That has taken a while to edit, but it should be out soon.
We're trying something new with a weekly garden news roundup. So we thought it'd be fun to try that out. And you guys just, if you can, watch that when it comes out. Tell us what you think, if you like the format or if it's kind of, but let us know what you think no matter what.
I know we want to, we need to try something new. We haven't been to our garden in a couple weeks now. We need to try kind of changing it up a little bit.
Yep.
Do some different types of filming. So, but we are excited to get to our garden.
Yes.
Probably next week
Yep.
we'll have some new videos coming out.
Yep.
And I know there was a seed, BK had a seed question in here, and I mentioned that we will be covering that soon. They were wondering, how long do seeds keep? And once they're open, do they spoil faster?
The answer is the first question, the answer is it depends on the seed. It depends because of the genetics and seed code and just a couple different factors. And the second question, if you open up, are they not as viable later on? Yes. And the reason for that is because they're now, whether you fold it down and try and seal the packet back up or not, they're still now exposed to the outside atmosphere where they were sealed before. So any differences in moisture, temperature, and if anything gets inside the seed packet, that could influence it later on, like a piece of dirt or bark or whatever that has a little bit of moisture on it, that can influence and possibly start to germinate some of those seeds or make them still respire even a little bit faster than they already are, because the seeds themselves, they might be dormant because they're seeds, right? They're not actively growing that we can see, but they still respire, they still breathe, they're still a living thing, even those tiny little seeds. So any exposure to moisture or to the air, to the atmosphere can lower their germination rate later if you open that packet. So
good to know. So, okay, we presented our list to you. I thought this would be fun to kind of talk about for a minute. Okay. We were talking about this a minute ago, or before the show. We had a post that went out yesterday kind of talking about gifts again, just like which one, would you maybe like, and we had some awesome comments about some other gifts, other things that people kind of wanted or.
Oh yeah, that was, yeah. So the post yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is awesome. So, and I totally agree. This would be a great gift, but it's like, what size? But somebody mentioned that a greenhouse would be a great gift.
Always a good idea.
But it's like, what are you like like at our temporary garden, we have like a small, it was kind of a greenhouse kit, if you want to, right? Wasn't that what it was called?
Yeah,
It was like just a little,
it's like a little portable temporary greenhouse. It's a great starter gift, a great starter greenhouse. If you want to look at it that way, I think it was under $100.
yeah,
And
it was like 60 or
you
70.
put together the whole structure, and then you take the outside covering and slip it over, and you tie it down, secure it. Super slick. I think we put ours together in less than an hour.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, yeah, you just need a rubber mallet and a nice level place to set it, and yeah, you're good. You're good to go. The one we bought, and we made a video about this earlier. I can't remember. I think it was last September. It comes with the structure. The shelves are built into it. So once you put the structure together and you lay the wire shelves on top of the structure inside, you already have shelves. You don't have to build wood shelves or bring anything else in as stands to set anything on, or your seeds or your small potted plants. So that kit made it really easy to get started. Of course, there's other greenhouses out there that are super expensive, made of glass, and has, they have heaters in them, and they're powered by propane, and you can wire them up, electrical and all that stuff with lights. And I mean, if you can imagine it can be done. So, but yeah, a good starter kit is that one we used. I think it wasn't Sungrow. It was just, yeah, I can't remember the
off the
brand,
top of my head, I forget the brand.
but it worked really well. It was fun to put together, and we were able to use it right away.
And we're still using it. It has weathered a lot of weather too. I mean, it's
had snow on top of it.
I can't believe it's still standing.
Yeah, freeze thaw. Yeah, I think we got a couple holes in the top, but we'll take care of those.
I know.
Yeah.
But so a greenhouse as a gift option. This is hilarious. Somebody mentioned where is this? Let me scan through here. Mark mentioned Corona pruners with the sheath. So excellent choice, Mark. Somebody wants seeds. Oh, 10 bags of topsoil and 4 bags of chicken poop was what somebody asked for. Yeah. And they're like, yep.
Yeah, good combination.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's a great gift. I think any gardener would love to have that.
I know, I think that's great. And then somebody else mentioned they are collecting raised beds. So
interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Especially when, they were mentioning that the side of their yard that they want to garden in has a gas line.
Yes.
So they can't dig down, right? So that's perfect for a raised bed.
Do not want to disturb that gas line.
Yeah. Tracy mentioned she has one of those little kits, probably like, I'm assuming like the ones we just talked about.
Yeah, totally.
And wanting to get a small glass one from Lowe's.
Oh, yes. I've seen those online. Yeah. Those kits look great.
Well, and we have a video. We put together a small greenhouse for your parents.
Yes.
A couple years ago, and it was one of those. It was glass, wasn't it?
It was.
Or was it kind of a plastic?
It was a fiberglass. Clear fiberglass. Yeah.
So that was actually, it's super cute.
Otherwise known as polycarbonate.
It's really cute.
So yeah, they were thick. They were thick sheets, and they were insulated, and they just went in sections. So
yeah, that was fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
So other than that, we just hope you guys are having a great start to your holiday season and just enjoying your garden. I know last week we talked about how much joy our gardens bring us, and just being able, with the craziness going on in the world, it's just to kind of tune that all out and just do your own thing is so important.
It is. It's a peace of mind.
It is.
To relax, to find that peace inside. It's hard sometimes these days. Hard. There's so many crazy things coming at us and so much going on in the world, like you already said. And so, yeah, it's very thankful for our gardens. I know we are.
Oh, very thankful, even though it's very far away, but we still look forward to it. And yeah. So other than that, that's our gift kind of list for you today. Is there anything else?
I don't think so. I mean, if you guys had any other questions or anything about gardening or anything that you wanted to put forth to us or the group here online, put it in the chat. If you're watching this on the replay, you can always email us if you want some input from us about anything going on in your garden or any challenges you might have. Sean and Allison at spokengarden.com, and we'll get back to you as fast as we can.
Here, I'll throw that in the chat.
Oh, good idea. Yeah. So yeah, like Allison said though, I mean, we're pretty much going to wrap it up here. Have a great Saturday. Enjoy your day. Like Allison said, get out in your garden, get that garden time, relax, take a deep breath, and just, So thank you for being here.
I know. Thank you guys for sticking with us, especially with the audio issues at the beginning.
We always
And
have something, but
yeah,
it's fun. But thank you for being here.
we're just
everybody.
happy to connect with you, like you
Yep.
said. So
Yep.
we'll be back next Saturday,
Yay!
same time, same place, and we'll make sure that we have our audio all lined up. Hopefully, we'll do our best.
So
So have a great weekend.
have a
You
great
guys.
weekend, guys. Thanks
Bye,
for being
everybody.
here. Bye bye.